Hey everybody, what's up? This is my third take on this video. I overran the one and ended up getting the footage cut off. So, let's try this again. Alright. Attribute points, full stamina. This is a stamina build. You're going to go full stamina. For gear, I run with Hundig's Rage and Viper set. I run this because of the 2 pieces of weapon crit, or the set bonus of weapon crit on both of them. Weapon crit on 2 and 4, weapon crit on 2 and 4. Higher crit. Run divines on everything, and I run the warrior stone for maximum weapon damage I can get. You can switch out sets with like alchemist or skirmisher. That might work for you. For me, I just want passive weapon damage because a lot of times I kill people within 3 seconds. That's my average time using the damage meter from LUI. So, with that said, I also have one set because I use 2-handed weapons, so I have 2 5 sets and then 1 piece left over. So I use a Falcon Scoria set. I bought this from the AP vendor the other week, and it gives you max health. That's why I use it, just for a little extra hit points. So, moving on to skills. Use sneak attack. Add a sneak attack. You're going to hit him. And then follow up with a lethal arrow. Lethal arrow, I use this for the major defile. 30% healing reduction for 10 seconds. That frees up my weapons so I can use irresistible runes or something on them. I don't have to run defile on them. Critical surge for your healing on crit and the major brutality. Try to keep this up all the time. It will heal you and it also helps you do more damage. This is great for passive crit passive crit increase. 10% increase to weapon crit. Also, when you sneak attack from the bow bar and it crits, you gain minor berserk for 8% for 7 seconds. So that's good. More damage equals more killing. Ball of lightning. I use this instead of streak because I don't need to stun people with this. I'm using this to either close the gap to get close enough to charge them or attack them, or I am getting out of a bad situation. And this absorbs spell projectiles directed at me, so it helps me get away. Hurricane does a lot of damage, and it can also proc crits, and crits heal you. So this is a super win move. Also gives you major defensives and 10% move speed. It is a very good move, and it keeps you alive. It does a lot of damage, keeps you alive. If they CC you, they're sitting there beating on you, your hurricane's ticking, it's healing you, and it's killing them. Win-win. Greater Storm Atronach. I use this because of Daedric Protection. I need to get another point in that, but health and stamina recovery, can't beat it. It's just good. Plus you can use this as a damage pillow, kind of run around the Atronach so people are hitting the Atronach more than they're hitting you. Little bodyguard there, basically. And he stuns groups of enemies. You can use this as a stun too. You also want, in the passives, you'll want Unholy Knowledge and Dark Magic, and all of the passives in Storm Calling, because this will increase your weapon damage, and this will increase your physical damage for Hurricane. And Implosion is basically a second execute. 6% chance, but it goes off quite a bit. Weapons, 2-handed. All the passives, because they're good. Why would you not get them? You might as well. And I am using a 2-handed sword now. I was using 2-handed mace for a while, but 2-handed sword gives you a flat 5% increase to damage. Maces gives you 20% armor ignorance. Now I have armor pen on both of my weapons, so that's 5,000 armor pen right there. I really don't need more because a lot of people don't have a ton of armor. A lot of people are running squishier builds, and it's not going to be as effective as using a flat 5% increase to damage. So 5,000 armor reduction is good enough for me. I mean, if you really want to go that extra mile and get another 3,000 to 5,000 armor pen, if that, then go with a mace. It might do slightly more damage. It might do less damage. You'll have to test that out and try, but I like the sword better. I like the way they look. I don't know. It just is cooler. Bow, you'll want all the passives. And for the second bar, we use critical rush. Always crits. Surge is great. When you crit, you heal. And when you crit, you crit. Critical rush equals a critical strike, which means you get healed. And it does a lot of damage. It's really good. Gap closer. This is a floating move. I'm using cleave right now, trying it out just for the extra little bleed. I'm going to be morphing it to ultimate generation to be able to use my ultis more. But the bleed's handy. Some people say bound armor's better because you can morph it for 5% damage on heavy attacks or whatever it is. I don't know. I usually kill people way before I do that, so if I use this, it's for ultimate generation or popping stealthers or something. So I prefer that. You could use Daedric Mines if you wanted to, or Rune Prison, or Encase for Immobilize. I did have Fighters Guild. I had the Rearming Trap for a while, but I found out that a lot of people just avoid it, or like you gotta hit them with a CC and then plant it right underneath them, and it's just kind of a waste of stamina and time, and I could do more damage elsewhere. So third move, Dizzying Swing. I use this for a CC. It does good damage. Wrecking Blow is obviously better damage, but it doesn't CC. I need the CC because I don't have it anywhere else. So I use Dizzying Swing. I don't often have to use it. Once in a great while I have to use it, and I follow it right up with Executioner. And they're dead. Executioner, 50%, under 50% health, it deals extra damage. So if you open up with a combo of Sneak Attack, Lethal Arrow, switch over Charge, Viper Sting hits them, you can execute them. They probably are already dead by then, but if they're not, you can execute them. Kill them. Vigor for heal. Awesome move. Good heals. Doesn't cost an awful lot of stamina. So you just pop this and roll around, or pop this, get behind a tree, line of sight people, heal right back up and go right back out at it. Dawnbreaker. I use this for the 5% weapon damage increase. Also, it gives me a 3% from Fighters Guild Slayer. So an 8% total of weapon damage. Also does a lot of damage, and it's fairly cheap, so it's somewhat spammable. If you need to use this, you can. Does 5 to 6k, sometimes more, sometimes less. I guess it all depends on the person you're hitting, but it deals pretty good damage and then does the damage over time. So if anything, you can get people on the defensive with it. Get all the passives in Assault and Combat Medic for a Vigor boost when you're around keeps. I use a Khajiit because the health and stamina recovery, and the 10% damage from stealth. 10% damage to my sneak attacks is awesome, and the weapon crit rate from Khajiit is cool too. 8% weapon crit. So I don't have to use the crit stone. I can use a weapon damage stone to get some more weapon damage so I can hit harder. Champion points, use your discretion. I am only 263. I don't really play in champion point BGs because the people I play with, some of them don't even have 50s yet. So we kind of just playing a 0-star. I also I don't really care about champion points. I don't really care for them. So I prefer it being more about your skill and your builds. So I play in a 0-star. I can play in the other ones. I don't know. It's not really as fun. So with that being said, you can use potions if you want. I don't really use them. I tend not to use them. I just how I play. But they are helpful. I've been playing MMOs, playing PvP since I was a little kid, playing Dark Age of Camelot, and I didn't really use potions then. Like, a lot of those games had potion cooldowns of like 3 to 5 minutes, some of them 10 minutes and stuff like that. So you don't use potions in that game, like ever almost. So I just forget to use them a lot. I don't use them. You can use them, they'll help. Use them. Get the buff ones, pop some weapon damage, and go to town. Health is fairly low in this build, so I use health and stamina food. You can use recovery. I prefer the max, so I use max health, max stamina to give me more stamina so I can use more moves, break free, do that kind of stuff. And then I have health in case I do get CC'd and I don't have stamina or whatever. I have a nice health buffer to where they don't kill me before I can get back on the offensive. So if you like this video, subscribe. Hope you liked it. Hopefully it was informative. Hopefully it'll help you guys. I try to do videos weekly. I'm also working on a Stamina Templar. I hit 50. I got some of his gear. I was not fully done yet. It's taken me a little bit to get him finished up, and I still have to finish up this guy, to be honest. Like, I still have armor to upgrade and stuff. I have enchants to do. So I got a lot of work ahead of me, but I'll try to get some more PvP videos up for you guys. The Decimator 2.0, that's the one you want to check out for this build in action. It's a pretty good video. Like I said, flat average time of killing people is like 3 seconds. It's awesome. I love this build. It's pretty fun. So give it a try and enjoy killing people. DC for the win. Have a good one.